Hi everyone, Bernard here. How are you? Hope you're all well. This is our regular look at what's out to buy here in the UK, online and at your local retail store. Obviously, it's usually supermarkets these days, isn't it? We don't have the dedicated shops anymore here in the UK. I don't know how things are there in the US, but obviously, please check outside of the UK for your release dates for these DVDs, videos, and the odd 4K I think thrown in as well. So we'll check that one out. All right, let's get on with it. We've got 6 films, a couple of box sets. Please, if you're not subscribed before, please push your subscribe button, push the bell notification so we know these little information videos, and I do obviously movie specials, reviews, etc., and various things, so you know when these are coming out. And thumbs ups are always great. It's just nice to be appreciated. Just nice to only takes you a split second if you're watching. If you know, even if you watch only a couple of minutes of this for a specific film, please, they're all in the links below with the times these films are reviewed. If you just want information on a certain film, just do that. But please push the thumb notification. That's great. Let me know you're watching, and it's much appreciated. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get it sorted. Right, obviously they're out to buy. Some of these I may have done reviews on the cinema release versions. I'll let you know if there's any specials available. Again, they'll all be in the comments below. Right, the first one I'm going to look at is Black and Blue, $9.99 on DVD, a 15 rating, an action crime drama about a rookie New Orleans police officer who is forced to balance her identity as a black woman after she witnesses 2 corrupt cops committing murder. It was a $12 million budget, $12 million budget, so $23 million back at the box office. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 52%, so not great, and an average rating of 5.4 out of 10, based on 89 reviews. The site's critics' consensus reads, Black and Blue is elevated by Naomie Harris's central performance, even if the end result suffers from a simplistic treatment of topical themes. On Internet Movie Database, a rating a little bit better. It's got a user rating, that's Joe Public, of 6.2 out of 10. It did get a Metascore critics rating, again, a bit lower, similar to Rotten Tomatoes, of only 5.4 out of 10, and scored ratings anywhere between 4 and 7.5. Yeah, I watched Black and Blue. Taken from my review on Movie Game Nostalgia, just a quote on there. A storyline very similar to the gritty Denzel Washington thriller Training Day. This movie never really takes a breath. Non-stop powerful, some good characters make this a good high-powered watch, and I did like it. I give it a 7 out of 10. So that's Black and Blue out to buy on the 2nd of March. And the next one, again, I've done a deeper review on this. If there'll be a link below if you want to go and check that out. It's a film called Come to Daddy. It's an 18 certificate, £7 DVD, $9.99 on Blu-ray, an hour and 36 minutes, a comedy, drama, horror, although the comedy element is a little dark, but I didn't really see much of the comedy element, to be honest with you. Director Ant Timpson, stars Elijah Wood, Stephen McHattie and Garfield Wilson. What's it about? Well, Norval receives an unexpected letter from his estranged father requesting a visit. Norval catches a bus up to his dad's secluded and scenic waterfront home. He soon notices something off about his dad, an uneasy feeling triggered by inappropriate comments and a possible overdependence on booze. Norval quickly realizes that his hope of father-son bonding is doomed. Instead of a family reunion, he finds himself in a waking nightmare. Yeah, the film on Rotten Tomatoes website received an approval rating of a tremendous 91%, very high, based on 67 reviews, and an average rating of 7.2 out of 10. The website's critical consensus read, bloody horror with Barb Witt, Come to Daddy anchors its brutal violence in a surprisingly mature approach to provocative themes. The Metascore rating, the Metascore critics rating, a little bit lower, 6.5 out of 10, with ratings anywhere between 3 out of 10 and 10 out of 10, so some critics did really love it. The Internet Movie Database user rating, the Joe Public, well, that was 6.2 out of 10. So again, a watchable rating. Again, my little review I did for Movie Game Nostalgia. Please check out the fuller review, link below. I was optimistic when reading some of the reviews, but this was a little disappointing for me. The film was very odd, if actually not overcomplicated in its plot once you have things revealed about halfway through. The setting was great, but the film was just okay for me. But Elijah does a pretty good job of holding it all together. And I gave it a watchable rating of 6 out of 10. So Come to Daddy is now out to buy. And the next one is, it did have a limited cinema release, but does have a straight-to-DVD feel to it. It's called Countdown, $9.99. 87 minutes. It's a supernatural horror film directed and written by Justin Deck. The film stars Elizabeth Lail, Jordan Calloway, Talitha Bateman, Tashina Arnold, PJ Byrne, Peter Facinelli, Ann Winters, and Tom Segura. And the film follows a group of people who try to survive a mobile app that purports to tell its users when they are going to die. Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of just 25% and an average rating of 4 out of 10 based on 63 reviews. The consensus reads, Countdown may offer a few fleeting jolts for horror fans with barren cues, but it lacks enough wit or creativity to leave a lasting impression. On Metacritic, the Metascore rating, the film has a weighted average score of 3.1 out of 10 based on 16 critics and scores anywhere between a lowly 1 out of 10 and an okay 7.1 out of 10. The users who watched it, IMDb, Internet Movie Database, is a 5.3 out of 10. I did watch this, and it did definitely have a straight-to-DVD feel about it. I mean, it's a Final Destination, a very poor cousin to Final Destination, sort of clone sort of thing. We've seen it all before. But would I pay a tenner for it? Not really, no. So I'd wait. If you're gonna watch that, I'd wait for it to stream or show on whatever your particular site is you watch these things on. And I gave it a 5 out of 10 watching, with a 5 out of 10 rating, which isn't great, is it? And we go from Countdown, a bit of a more obscure one, to a bigger one, probably the biggest one of the day. Terminator Dark Fate, a 15 certificate, $9.99 DVD, $14.99 Blu-ray, and $24.99 if you're lucky enough to have 4K. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes, a 15 rating, of course, a sci-fi action adventure. Sarah Connor and the hybrid cyborg human must protect a young girl from a newly modified liquid Terminator from the future. Stars Mackenzie Davis, Linda Hamilton, Edward Furling, of course, Arnie. Any good? Well, but its budget, it cost under $200 million to make, and it only made $261 million back, so it wasn't a roaring success at the cinema. Hopefully the film companies want it to do better on DVD and 4K, etc. Rotten Tomatoes report an approval rating of 70%, which is pretty good, with an average rating of 6.2 out of 10 based on 319 reviews, so quite a lot. The website's critical consensus reads, Terminator Dark Fate represents a significant upgrade over its immediate predecessors, even if it lacks the thrilling firepower of the franchise's best installments. And there lies the hub, I think, the nub, not the hub, the nub. On Metacritic score, Metascore score, it uses a weighted average of 54% out of 100 based on 50 critics, but scores anywhere between 3.8 and 9.4 out of 10. So again, very, very mixed. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, well, it's got a watchable rating, 6.3 out of 10, which probably reflects the box office, doesn't it? Obviously, I did watch this at the time, and I will say now, I probably will go back and watch it again, because it has split opinions, but I think it was a standalone film, and you don't know anything about the franchise, you don't know anything about Terminator. It was quite a good film, but there was we've seen it all before feel for me. We were told by Cameron, no less, to ignore Terminator 3, 4, and 5, and this is in fact number 3. So perhaps we should consider it a 1, 2, and this is number 3. Sadly for me, there was too much Terminator 2 in this to inspire me, and some of the CGI considered average, to say the least. Yeah, I thought some of the CGI was better than some of the earlier ones. The innovative shape-shifting of Terminator 2 appears not really to be improved upon, and I found myself just wanting to watch Terminator 2 again rather than this. It's not a total waste of time for a new generation. It's probably more watchable. But I just thought it was another run-of-the-mill action picture and 30 minutes too long. Of course, nice to see Arnie and Linda again, but a little disappointed. And as I said before, I may watch it again. I may give it another chance. But overall, I give it an MGN movie game nostalgia rating of just 6 out of 10. Bernard rating of just 6 out of 10. And the next one is The Addams Family. $9.99 on DVD, $14.99 on Blu-ray. It's a PG 83 minutes. It's the computer animated version of Charles Addams' series of cartoons about a peculiar, ghoulish family. We all know this, don't we? Stars the voices of Oscar Isaac, Charlize Theron, Chloe Grace Moretz. Any good? Well, Rotten Tomatoes holds an approval rating of just 43%, an average rating of 5.2 out of 10 based on 152 reviews. The website's critical consensus reads, The Addams Family's starry voice cast and eye-catching animation aren't enough to outweigh its saccharine handling of the delightfully dark source material. At the cinema, I mean, there's a $24 million budget, so it did take $200 million back, which is pretty good. I mean, that's, they'll be quite very, very happy with that, despite the negativity. On Metacritic, the Metascore rating, the film has a weighted average score of 4.6 out of 10 based on 22 critics and rates anywhere between 3.8 out of 10 an 8 out of 10. So again, very mixed. Internet Movie Database is a 5.8 out of 10 score, so just a little bit less than watchable. My little review for Movie Game Nostalgia. I'm all for remakes, adaptations, etc., but they have really ruined this for me anyway. Supposedly to introduce a new generation to this wonderful family, it would surely only turn them off. Indeed, there's enough out there with the original stuff and the movies to still keep all generations entertained. The story's boring and the humour virtually non-existent. I enjoyed the familiar song at the end, but that was about it. Looking through the reviews, some people enjoyed it. Watch the trailer, and if you like it, go and watch it, but it wasn't really for me. So I've only given it a 5.5 out of 10 rating, which is just under a watchable rating from me for the Addams family. And the last film we're looking at today is the Peanut Butter Falcon, 12 certificate, $9.99 on DVD, $14.99 on Blu-ray. Zach runs away from his care home to make his dream of becoming a wrestler come true. Stars Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, and Zach Gottskrigan. Any good? Well, it had a budget of $6 million. It took $22 million at the box office, so it wasn't too bad for a little independent production like this. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating, wait for this, 96% based on 196 reviews. An average rating of 7.5 out of 10. Excellent again. The website's consensus reads, a feel-good adventure brought to life by outstanding performances. The Peanut Butter Falcon finds rich modern resonance in classic American fiction. On Metacritic, the Metascore, not quite as high, as a weighted average of 7 out of 10 based on 28 critics, and scored anywhere between 6, which is pretty good, and 9 out of 10. Joe Public, again, quite high. Internet Movie Database rating of 7.7 out of 10, so not to be sniffed at. Movie Game Nostalgia, my little look on it. Again, I did a little review for this. I did say I feel a little me with my score, as there is a fair bit of positivity out there for this charming road movie. Perhaps there's more resonance with the US audience. I'm not too sure. I enjoyed it, but the humour that others mentioned wasn't quite there for me, and it turned into just a nice, quiet afternoon-style watch. The acting was okay, although the chemistry between them didn't always work, in my opinion. It received the seal of authentic representation for accurate depictions of people with disabilities. So who am I to argue? A nice watch. So I give it a rating. I give it a kind rating, 6.5 out of 10. As I said, I wasn't totally blown away with it. So that's Peanut Butter Falcon, now available to buy. And a couple of box sets very quickly. We've got Death in Paradise. I mean, the British, obviously, comedy drama set on the wonderful island makes us all jealous when we watch that of the sun, especially when it's been so miserable here in the UK anyway over the last 3 or 4 months. Death in Paradise Series 9 is out now to buy at $12.99 on DVD, 8 episodes, and they rate anywhere between 6.6 and 7.7. And we even get a change of DIs again, do we? And they always come up with a quirky British DI, don't they, or an Irish DI or whatever. They always come up with something quirky. So we do see a change in this series once again. And Series 10 is also planned. So that's Death in Paradise Series 9 is out to buy. And the last one we're looking at is, of course, DCI Vera. Stanhope returns in Vera Series 10. I won't say season because it's British, so Series 10. $14.99 on DVD. Just 4 episodes, but they are feature-length episodes, so you get approximately 480 minutes, although that's obviously some a little bit extra there as well, because this is an ITV series, so you do get breaks, so they do average about 90-minute episodes. Ratings anywhere between 7.8 and 8.6 out of 10. And yeah, if you love Vera, one of my favourite British cop thrillers, very basic whodunits, lots of people, lots of culprits thrown here for you to guess at, and you very rarely guess it because you just have such a mix-up of characters. It's not usually to the last 20 minutes you suss out who it is. Very old Agatha Christie, but perhaps a little bit mean to us because it throws so many characters into it. It doesn't give us all the information, does it, for a start? Anyway, DCI Vera Stanhope returns on Vera Series 10. So that's it. That's the films and box sets out to buy from the 2nd of March. We're into a new month, 2nd of March 2020. It'll soon be Christmas. So that's Black and Blue, $9.99 DVD. Come to Daddy, 7 on DVD, $9.99 Blu-ray. And as I said, there's a more in-depth link below if you're interested in that. Come to Daddy. Countdown, $9.99 on DVD. Save your money. Terminator Dark Fate, $9.99 DVD, $14.99 Blu-ray, and $24.99 for 4K. You lucky people who got that. Addams Family, $9.99 DVD, $14.99 Blu-ray. The Peanut Butter Falcon, $9.99 DVD, $14.99 Blu-ray, and Death in Paradise Series 9, $12.99 DVD. Vera Series 10, $14.99 DVD. Anyway, thanks for watching for this information video. What's out to buy? If you go out and buy any and watch them, let me think, or let me know in the comments what you think of any of these if you've already seen them. Please follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I try to follow everyone back on there. I'm on Facebook at Bernardine with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little day jobs where I sell old and rare DVDs, posters, board games. So please, if you can, all analytics with Google, isn't it, these days? If you can get on there and have a quick look around for a minute or two, that's fantastic. Footfall's very important. Even if you don't buy anything, just have a look at my website, moviegamenostalgia.com. Very much appreciated as our thumbs up. Anyway, bit longer than usual today. 6 films and a couple of box sets, just about 15 minutes. Thanks for joining me, and join me for something else. Obviously, look in the playlist below, movie review specials, etc., and board game specials, football, anything. I've got well over 200 videos out there now, so I'm sure there's something to keep you entertained for a few minutes anyway. So please, thank you for joining me today. My gratefulness and my happiness and my thanks to you. Anyway, whatever you're doing the rest of your day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And hopefully I'll join you for something else very soon again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.